Hey guys, what's good? Mike Locke here. Thanks for tuning in to another video blog. I want to talk about job descriptions and intimidation that comes along with that in our UI UX design industry. Right now, this has been going on for a long time. I get a lot of emails on this. I talk to a lot of people about this, but basically, there's a lot of information in job descriptions that intimidate a lot of people, and it really holds a lot of people back. Basically, right now, when you go out and look at a job description, whether it's for a UI, UX design, or interaction design job, or whatever it is, you'll see a lot of information, a lot of requirements and things in that job description that is what I call unrealistic, okay? You might have something like where a college degree is required. You might have something where, you know, proficient in JavaScript or proficient in Ruby on Rails or proficient in this particular X, Y, and Z software. And you may get intimidated by that because you're like, hey, I don't know all this stuff. I know some of this stuff, but I don't know all that. And it holds you back from applying. It holds people back. It intimidates you. It really put a dampers on, you know, if you feel like you're in the right career, you feel that you just feel intimidated. And it sucks. And I know this because I was there, and it's only when I've gained experience and landed jobs, and now I'm at a point to where I can look back and go, wow, it's just crazy, you know. So I feel for you if you've been there, if you go through this stuff when you look at these job descriptions. Here's what's going on. First and foremost, job descriptions have a lot of information in there because it's written. Some of the information is a lot of these job descriptions are posted by human resources, and what they do is at the bottom of every job description they have what I call boilerplate information. They have generic information that they use from job description to job description, right? So in that information, you might have where a BA degree is required, or this is required, or this, you know, JavaScript or whatnot or whatever. That may be posted from. They may have used that for some sort of VP or some sort of engineering role, where for your particular role, that some of those requirements may not be prevalent or relevant or needed, right, for that particular role. So that happens a lot. When you look at a job description, you want to look at the main paragraph and the list of requirements that follows right below that paragraph, and that's the main gist. But even in those requirements, some of those requirements are also bloated. I believe a lot of hiring managers who post these, who give this information into the, you know, to the human resources to post these jobs, they understand that not everyone's going to have that information. They do. I speak to a lot of hiring managers. I've done some hiring. We understand that a lot of that information is not going to be understood by, not everyone's going to have, you're not going to have this super rock star person that has all those qualities, okay? People understand that. You're not going to, but if you have someone that knows a lot of that stuff, that's what you're shooting for. So it's best to still go after those jobs, even if you don't have those qualities, and let the hiring manager, let the recruiter actually tell you what you're lacking and where you're lacking, and so you can take that and improve upon that, okay? But my thing is this, so job descriptions are overly bloated, okay? That's a fact. Many of them are. They have unrealistic information in there that's really not pertaining to the particular job. I know this because it happens to me all the time. I land a job, I eventually look at a job description, and a lot of that stuff in there, it's like, I don't have a college degree, I don't ever work with JavaScript, I don't work with this particular software, I don't do this, do that, okay? So that's a fact. The other thing is, hopefully you can learn to get over your intimidation and just apply to those jobs anyway, and actually look for them to tell you that you're not qualified. Okay, a lot of times, even in my day, sometimes I feel I'm not that qualified for this particular role, and then when I get that job or speak to that person, I feel like I'm overly qualified, or I know more than what they're asking for. Okay, so I say go for it. There's only you have a 50-50 shot if you apply for a job. You can either get it or you may not get it. Okay, if you don't apply for a job, you will never know. So that's my philosophy on it, and so I hope a lot of people, when you're looking at jobs, just take my advice. What I would do is go off the job title itself. Okay, you're going after a UI design job, or you're going after a UX design job that involves some interaction design. Look at my video where I talk about what a UI and UX designer does. I have a couple of videos. One is 18 minutes long, and I go into detail and give you some real world advice, some real world advice on what a UI UX designer does on a day-to-day basis. And what you want to do is focus on the general information on what these titles require. Okay, have good visual UI design skills. That's one. And understand the UX design process and really how to integrate those in your design process. I talk about those in my videos. I talk about those in my training course, in my bonus videos, and I go into more detail in those. But that's pretty much the general gist of what you really want to focus on when you're going after any one of these type of roles for a UX designer or a UX design job. Stop focusing on the small details. Go after the job, apply for it, and let them tell you where you're lacking. And even at that point, you can build upon it. All right. So hopefully, there's a little motivational. Hopefully, you get a little some insight from this, and just know that I understand the issue, but I've been there. I've conquered those fears, and now I'm on the other side. I'm telling a lot of people, hey man, don't be intimidated. Go after those jobs. I know those job descriptions are bloated, but go after them anyway. Even if you have a few of the requirements that's on there, go after them and try to upsell your value as a great worker, a great learner, somebody who's ambitious, who's willing to learn, someone who's a quick learner, who picks up things pretty quickly. Focus on the values, focus on the good things that you bring to the table, okay? And hopefully your portfolio that you're building will help with that, but you know, upsell yourself when you're speaking to somebody. Tell them that you really want the job, and you know, you'll do whatever it takes to land that job, and you're good for the job, and you're going to bring value to that company. So talk about the strengths that you can bring to the company, and I guarantee you good things will come about from that. All right, thanks guys for watching. If you like things that I talk about, please hit the like button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you've gone through some of these things before, if you've been intimidated in the past, and how you've overcome that. And as always, if you want to learn more about my web design training course, check out my website, mlfcode.com, and hit me up. Use my contact link on my site. I'll be happy to hit you up with any questions you may have. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and look out for the next video. Peace.